AITA for excluding my fiancé's ex-wife from my life. Advice needed. Throwaway account, but my F46 fiancé's M46 ex-wife F48 is melting down because I won't include in my life. Now I understand that since there's children involved, there should be some co-parenting on both our parts and that we should be able to communicate together for the well-being of the kids. However, with her actions and behavior, I've felt it best to keep her out of our lives, letting my fiancé, who I'll call Ben, and her talk about the kids and letting him convey their conversations to me, without me getting involved. My argument being, you guys are the parents, so what you guys decide is between the two of you. I've distanced myself, for my own sanity, because once her ex and I got together, she turned into the jealous ex-wife, despite being the one who cheated on him, with his best friend, and leaving Ben for him. She also had a kid with the friend which she passed off as Ben's until the divorce. Once she discovered that Ben moved on, she started blowing up his phone with furious texts about how I can't hold a candle to her, and it's not love, it's rebound. As well as telling him that they both know it's her he wants to be with. He showed me the texts. New Year's Eve, their kids spent a few days at my place for the first time. She had plans, as did we. She asked Ben to take the kids and he explained he would be with me. She had no problems dropping him off so she could go away for 3 days. This will come into play in a minute. The end of January, Ben and I moved in together. He with me as I had the bigger place. She exploded again over our relationship. Valentine's Day night, she blew his phone up with nudes of herself and messages of, you know you wish it were me with you right now. As furious as I was, I understood that any reaction from me could be used against him during the custody battle and it was best I do and say nothing. She was digging her own hole and digging it deep. Then she changed tactics. She sent me a friend request on Facebook. I saw it, and it baffled me. I checked my messenger expecting to see a message of her saying that I'm in her kids' lives and we should keep in touch about matters involving him, but there wasn't anything. If roles were reversed, I would have included a message of intent, and I understand that not everyone is me. But still, this seemed off. I left the request for a few days and thought it over. Yes, we should have communication between us for the sake of the kids, but Facebook didn't seem like the place for that. Most of my page was public, but personal things I selected family and friends only and I didn't want her to have access to that. After thinking it over, I deleted her request. Not even an hour later she's calling Ben and screaming that I refused to friend her on Facebook and that he needs to make me accept her. Quote words, "You need to make her." When I calmed down, I told him, I don't want her as a Facebook friend. We don't know each other like that and I'm not comfortable having her there and I'm not going to have to guard myself because she'll be able to see everything. I'm not friending her. She didn't even explain why she wanted to be friends. Just dropped a request and that was it. If she wants to discuss the kids, she can call, text, or meet me. Ben relayed this to her and my answer only seemed to infuriate her more. She started saying that she needs access to my Facebook so she can see the kind of person her children are spending time with. It's her right as their mother. And at this, Ben then told me to just friend her because in this situation, he'd want to see who his kids were spending time with too. I doubled down. I said she doesn't need Facebook to get to know me. She can easily call me up and ask to sit down face to face over coffee or something, like our parents did back in the day. Actually meet, but she doesn't want to do that. She wants to spy from afar. I opened my Facebook and went to Viewers, which shows you what the public can see, and handed him my phone and asked what it was she needed to see. Most of my page was public except a few things, those things being photos and posts about Ben and I which I made friends only, because I had a feeling she was already combing through my page. I asked him what does she need to know that she can't see. Then I showed him that the only thing she couldn't see are my posts about him. I told him it's all BS, she didn't care who I was on New Year's when she dropped the kids off my place for 3 days and took off to party, and it's not like there's no way she can communicate with me about the kids. She can call, she can text. I went on about how laughable it is that she's worried about the kind of person I am, when she's the one who dropped her kids off at a total stranger's house and never called to check them the whole time they were over. How she goes on a personal attack on someone she doesn't even know. She sure has a lot to say about me considering we never spoke to each other, going so far to keep telling her ex how much better she is than me. Sending nudes and having a meltdown because she can't stalk my page. Cheating on her husband with his best friend and having a kid and passing it off as his. I'm not the one pulling all this crap. Nor would I. I went on to say that I think she's seen enough of the kind of person I am, because I sure as hell have seen enough to know what a complete POS she is, and I didn't even need to look at her Facebook page to find that out. Ben reluctantly agreed with me. He said I was right and he understood. But, yes, there's a but here. But, said it would make things a lot easier if I just accepted her friend request, so he could stop fighting with her over it. That pissed me off because I saw that as him still letting her have control over him. And I wasn't having it. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing to fight over. The answer is no, and that's that. She just doesn't want to accept it. I refused to give in to the request and tripled down. I said that there is no need for her and I to ever speak. She's not a part of my life, nor will she be. There's nothing she needs to convey to me, ever. If it's about the kids, she can talk to you, their father, and you can tell me, and we can handle what we need to on our end. My life will not include her, and I will not stand for her trying to control me through Ben. She didn't like that I was still refusing. Her next action was to start sending friend requests to my friends and family. When my sister called me asking why Ben's ex-wife was sending her a friend request, I about lost it. I had enough and shut her out as much as I could. I made a post on Facebook about what was happening, which got me screenshots from people showing me the friend requests they received from her, and I changed my settings so that she couldn't see a damn thing. I figured she'd make a backup account and try snooping. I blocked her on every social media platform I have. She's currently still calling and texting that I'm hiding from her because I don't want her to see that I'm a danger to their kids, all because I shut her out. I don't think I'm being unreasonable. I don't think I need to give her full access to my life, and I believe that our life with the kids can be separate from her. What we do as a family is what we do, what she does when she has them is what she does. And I honestly think that giving in only opens the door to more issues. I really think I'm making the right choice here. Added. I'm going to add to my post here. Ben and her were married for over 20 years. Together since they were teens. He's gone through 20 years of her lies, gaslighting, abuse, and manipulations. For him it's easier to give in rather than fight, taking the path of least resistance. And giving in to her was easier than emotional and physical abuse. He went through a lot for the sake of his family and despite everything, tried his best to hold it together. It's patterned behavior which I'm trying to help him with. It's a process and breaking the patterns isn't going to happen overnight. Everyone deserves a worthy and healthy love, and taking on someone that's been through the emotional, physical ringer is going to come with its share of hiccups as he adjusts. This is an ongoing battle because of the kids. We are documenting everything, recording calls, saving screenshots, etc. It's soul-crushing taking it and not giving it twice as hard back. However, as I stated, the cards are stacking more and more against her with each of her outbursts. Not doing anything is hopefully going to show the courts how unhinged she is. As long as we don't engage in it ourselves, it goes more in our favor. Keep in mind there are children involved and they are watching her go bonkers. Meanwhile, they're not seeing any craziness from Ben. Now, as I stated, Ben has years of her manipulating conditioning. And she is pretty good at trying to flip things around and make you look like you're the one who is the bad guy. He's still stuck on the inside looking out, where we're on the outside looking in, so we can see clearly the bigger picture. And this is where I am the AH. Because I actually enjoy locking horns with her and showing her that her tactics don't work on me, and I get a little satisfaction in seeing her come apart at not getting her way. She's so used to having control over Ben, it's killing her that she's slowly losing that. I snatched the controller out of her hands and she's throwing a tantrum. Ben will get where he needs to be. One day at a time. Is he worth it? Yes. A faithful man that despite everything fought for his family. He went through hell and I feel like he deserves a healthy, loving relationship. To me, this drama is all temporary. Just one bad chapter in our book. Eventually she will exhaust herself and she will either lose legally or the kids hit that age, which is soon, where co-parenting isn't necessary anymore. Ben's figuring it out. He's got a long road of healing and I'd rather support him over abandoning him.